Yeah, the
Yeehaw!
sweet sound of Tuesday. Another Beer Baseball Blogcast. Oh, that's looking good. Ooh, smelling even better. Can't wait to taste that. Kevin, Lyon, wait, what?
What?
Is,
I'm here?
is this an illusion?
Yes, it is. This whole time for 75 weeks, I've been a figment of your imagination.
Hey, Michael here from Beer Baseball Blog, The Adventures of Craft Beer and Baseball. This is the Beer Baseball Blogcast, episode 74 for September 28th, 2021. Wherever you are watching us live today, please give us a like and a comment. Let us know that you're out there. And as always, we appreciate if you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Some housekeeping before we start. Thank you to Patreon supporter Cowboy Durango for his contribution to the Beer Baseball blog on the power hitter level. Thank you, Cowboy.
We can't put him over any more than we do already. Look at this.
I know he's definitely ingrained in the DNA of the Beer Baseball blog and blogcast. Thank you to Patreon super supporter Rachel Elnar for her contribution to the Beer Baseball blog on the power hitter level. Thank you to Patreon supporter Scott Loss for his contribution on the cleanup hitter level. Check out his comics and merchandise at accidentalaliens.com. And thank you to Patreon supporter If Sports Cards for their contribution on the leadoff hitter level. You can check out their YouTube channel of sports card breaks, pack openings, and mail days at If Sports Cards. Hopefully Ian is in the comments. If you would like to become a supporter of the Beer Baseball blog and all of our efforts here, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Baseball. I highly recommend that you do it on October 1st.
Yes.
That way you're not double billed. If you want to get double billed, you can do it right now. But don't do it. I would suggest doing it on the 1st. We appreciate all your support. And as always, you can support us by buying stickers, buttons, beer coasters on our Etsy page. Search Beer Baseball on Etsy. Here's the lineup card for today. Unfortunately, our VP of Content Development at the Beer Baseball blog, ANGELO, is still on assignment this week, but you can watch his sports card pack openings every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific on our YouTube channel. Leading off is the Goodwill Ambassador and the Sultan of Swig here at the Beer Baseball blog, Cowboy Jack Durango. How you doing?
Everybody always says better than I deserve, but it's never good enough for Cowboy Jack. I'm a living legend. It should be better, but it's going great. How are you boys tonight?
Doing great and glad to see you. And is this halftime for you, or is it like pregame for you as far as drinking goes?
It's tailgating. Yeah, I considered tailgating.
Okay.
Yeah, 6:03 p.m. Yeah, this will run till about 6 a.m. So it's just the beginning.
The perfect Tuesday schedule for you. Next, he is the field correspondent and senior research analyst here at the Beer Baseball blog, Kevin Lyon. Welcome.
Hey, glad to be here on time. Look at that.
On time. You look refreshed. You had a very big weekend in Las Vegas.
Refreshed. I'm exhausted.
Oh.
Maybe my boss is like, you look really tired. I'm like, yeah, because I got home at 12:30 last night. I had to be working at 8 a.m. Wow.
Well, if there's anybody who burns the candle at both ends, it's Kevin Lyon. You had
still here, still standing. Well,
yeah,
sitting,
you had a really great trip to Las Vegas, and we'll definitely talk more about that because it kind of works into our show today.
All right.
So let's start out. Let me stop right here, and I'm going to go into the comments and see who's out there. Bubble Pug. Hello. Well, welcome here. We always like seeing Bubble Pug here. David, thank you for joining as always. This is we actually have Kevin Lyon, yes,
hey,
and Cowboy Jack Durango in the comments. I love when you
Hey.
guys stick in the comments. That's so awesome. And Rhino fan, look at this.
As if he needs more putting over Cowboy Jack. What is this?
Hey, I told you, man, I'm a national treasure.
Very good. Okay, so every Tuesday we start out with this great segment. So let's get to it. What are we drinking tonight, guys? I'm going to start out with Cowboy Jack, which actually has a familiar brewery, but a different beer. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so I went and saw the Good Brothers, Derek and Brandon at Richter Ale Works. I'm becoming a big fan, a regular almost. Today I'm trying the Hot Fuzz Saison, which is a Belgian and French farmhouse ale. Oh, wow. It's got an 8.5 ABV.
Oh, boy.
No IBU listed. But, boys, it's pretty stout.
Yes.
Pretty stout.
But it's not a stout beer.
No.
Well, pardon me.
Hey, you know what?
Let me rephrase. That kicks like a Tennessee mule, boys.
Okay.
All right.
There you go. That's perfect.
Jack, why are you being such a wimp and only drinking an 8.5?
Well, like I said, this is my breakfast beer.
Gotcha. And Jack, have you ever had a Saison before?
This is the first time I've ever tried a Saison.
Okay.
It's
not my favorite style, so I want to see how you felt about it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's got a little fruity coffee taste to it. My palate's not too advanced. Most of my nerve endings are burned out from a life, an ill-spent youth. But
a hard life.
Yeah, but no, it's got. I can definitely taste some fruit in it, and it's got a little coffee flavor to it.
Oh, right on. Right on. Definitely a God, I wouldn't even I wonder if there's a lot of barrel-aged places in Arizona. I don't really know of too many, but it'd be nice to seek out.
I'm sure there's got to be something in Phoenix. It's such a big city, and there's now so many breweries out there.
Yeah. There's actually this is one that you might want to seek out, Jack. It's run by I believe Marines, and it's actually what is it? I want to say like a cider. They actually like a cider house out there, and I'll definitely find out for you. But it's actually one of those places I've always wanted to kind of check out. But I think it might be in Tempe, Chandler area. But I'll check it out for you. And but I mean, now you see this is the trap that we put Angelo in. And we got him hyped up about it. So now you're going to start expanding and going places. You're going to start doing your meetings. You're like, oh, yeah, that's close to this brewery. That's close to this. I need to pick up something for the show. So we definitely look forward to your explorations in craft beer.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, and it helps me out because when I used to schedule meetings before, I would have to only pick specific parts of town where the dancing girls are. So this opens up a whole new arena of places for me to take my clients.
That's true. And welcome, hey, Mr. Soup out there. Yes,
all right.
Hello to
Mr.
you.
Soup.
And I hashtag did the research, and it says it's an apricot saison. That's all it says on Untapped.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
So that's the fruit that you're tasting there.
Yeah, John Talwar. Yeah, there's always Radiant.
There's always Radiant.
Yeah.
And he's been to Radiant, so, he's actually been. I dragged him over there once, and he had a good time.
He's a convert, for sure. Kevin, this is a very interesting one that you had, and I was surprised that you had it, and very interested to know where you got it.
Trader Joe's, actually.
No kidding.
It was in the single can section. I was just like, I don't remember offhand if I've ever anything from Societe. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it.
I don't know if I have either.
And they're another San Diego brewery, and I'm just like I was trying to explain to you the name. Like, I think literally the name is Society/Stone West Coast IPA collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, that's not the most creative original name, but hey, let's go for it. 7% for what I'm seeing here. Do I have any info on this? Of course, big old thing written on the Untapped here. But you got there's your two logos right there, Society and Stone Brewing coming together for West Coast IPA. It says hand selected Pacific Northwest hops. So that's why we got our West Coast there. And like I said, 7%. So right in my wheelhouse. So far, so good.
Yeah, it looks awesome, and I love the kind of anti-packaging as well.
Yeah,
it definitely stands out.
I mean, I hope I can get a beer someday that just says IPA.
Yeah.
Well,
remember.
Beer.
Well, you remember that like in the 80s they had just generic beer, so that's what that looked like.
You just go to your supermarket and just be like this and just say beer. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, and the thought on that packaging at that time was that there was so much that went into packaging and development on stuff, and they were passing the savings on to the customer. So it's like it was actually that's why the beer was actually cheaper, but it was the same beer, but it was like they were giving the cost of the advertising from it and just putting beer on it. It was pretty amazing.
Huh.
So yeah, it's definitely
what
a cool
company did that?
one. The generic beer.
Yes, sir.
That's a good question. I just remember it being it was literally just called generic beer. It was just everything was generic. Like they came out with a lot of different things. Like just the milk just said milk. It was just a white packaging. It said milk, or the towels just said towels. It was actually that was like the gimmick of it. And but it was they didn't put anything into the marketing of it. It was just like bare bones brands.
Yeah.
So are we going to start a brewery, just generic brewery?
That would be very interesting. The there's somebody isn't using El Generico right now, so we can do the El Generico brewery.
Oh, there you go.
Unless he magically comes back.
Hey, that could be our generic Mexican lager. You know what I mean?
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, collaboration. Yeah,
love it. Yeah. Love it. And or would it be using Canadian hops?
Oh, hey, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
Deep cut. Well,
no,
my beer.
Go to Tijuana. Go to Tijuana.
Yes. It's only served in Tijuana, but it's from Canadian hops. So my beer is a favorite of mine that I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's actually the Hello LA West Coast IPA from Highland Park Brewing. I haven't got to go to a Dodger game this year, but with the Cardinals potentially in the wild card game, I'm going to have a very hard decision to make coming up soon. So I might have to drop some of my things. I didn't think I was going to see a Major League Baseball game this year, but I think I might have to see one this year, and that might be the one.
I didn't see one this year.
You did not? Oh, yes, you did.
I went to 5 Angel games, but
they're considered minor league to some guy in here.
Minor league. Angels are garbage.
Well, that was actually the consensus when Shohei Ohtani did a press conference recently. Did not really say that he was going to stay with the Angels, but said all the right things that he was going to stay with the Angels. And I'm wearing an Ohtani shirt.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he gets brought up to the majors. I heard that kid's got some skills.
These kids out there. These bandwagoners. They only see the stuff they only see the fireworks that are going on.
That's right.
So this is the Hello LA, a staple of Highland Park Brewery. 6.8 ABV, no IBU, mosaic and citra hops. Pouring with a clear golden appearance and fluffy white foam head, this IPA produces huge aromas of juicy tropical fruit, fresh tangerine, and a slight dankness with residual bitterness. Definitely a beer that I highly recommend. You can actually see it's pretty clear, actually, for an IPA. Definitely check Highland Park Brewing out. They're right next to Boomtown. We talk about it all the time.
It's a couple miles away. It's in Chinatown. It's by the I can't remember the name of the park. It's like a Los Angeles state park. It's across from there. It's by the Chinatown train station if you want to take the train in. So you can. It's a little bit of a walk, but you actually can walk around a little bit and you get right to Dodger Stadium. It'll take you 30 minutes though, I think, because I think we did it before.
Yep. John says he has Ohtani going over in the G1.
Solid pick. Pick.
Yeah,
we
should have substituted him for Naito.
That's not me. I do better probably.
The expert is here. He has made his appearance.
Hello.
Matthew P. Sinister, welcome to the show.
Nicely done. In Arnold voice. Now I'm saying, is it Arnold from Happy Days? And that is some foreshadowing.
No,
that is some foreshadowing.
Very good. Because I was gonna say it's obviously Arnold from Different Strokes.
Perfect. Spot on. You
Not, it's
upped
not
my
that
joke.
on old. That's gonna get mad at me. That's gonna be like, come
hilarious.
on, guys.
Wake up.
Hey, there's Ian. What's up, man? How you doing? Glad you are here. And for your favorite segment as well, you are right on time. This is This Day in Baseball History for September 28th. This is a fun one. I actually was telling Jack before this that I didn't get my social media done for this show today because this was so rich with things going on that I went on plenty of tangents in my mind here. So bear with me while I get this all out of my head.
It's a baseball saison.
It is. It is. It is very rich with
Well,
ABV.
this is 1897. It's in my head because I was there. I'm sure.
Well, you would know this well. September 28th, 1897, although he gives up 14 runs on 17 hits, Dave Wright of the Chicago Colts, who would later become the Cubs, wins his first and only major league game. The 21-year-old Denison, Ohio native is the beneficiary of Chicago's 11-run fifth inning when the club beats the Pirates 15-14. That is awesome. That is an awesome game. Yeah, I always think like if I was just in one major league game, and how awesome it would be to be like a game like this. That'd be pretty awesome.
Except that's a terrible performance.
It is. It is. It's pretty bad. But hey, that's the thing about baseball. You can have a terrible performance and still win.
And then you never play again.
That's right. It's right. Just call it a career.
So Taro, going back to your personal experience in 1897 when you were there, how were the crowds? Was it a packed stadium?
It was just Oh yeah, of course. Of course.
Okay.
It's always packed to the rafters, brother. People hanging off the ceilings, you know?
It's a sellout, huh?
Were you a part of the Knothole Gang? Are you familiar with what that is?
The name, of course I've heard of it. But I'm not going to say if I was part of that gang. I'm not part of any gangster. I'm clean, you know?
Cowboy Jack, do you know what the Knothole Gang is?
I do not. Maybe... I mean, a knothole is in wood. Maybe a bunch of guys riding the pine.
Wow!
I'm gonna touch my nose. You're right there.
Yep.
So in the early days of baseball, there was the walls outside the stadium were built of wood, right? So they would knock out the knot holes, and people would our kids would peer through it, so to watch the game. So they were called the Knothole Gang. So I wasn't there, but Kevin was there. But somehow I still have the knowledge.
You know, I had to watch the game somehow. You know, sometimes we had to stand on. Sometimes we had to sit on each other's shoulders, stand on each other's shoulders because the hole would be too high for us little kids to see. You know.
That's
We had to
right.
figure it out somehow.
That's right.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're a pretty big, tall fella. I mean, there were holes probably 7 feet. It's about eye level for you. You might have to bend over a little bit.
September 28th, 1920. The grand jury indicts 8 White Sox players on charges of fixing last season's World Series against the Reds. The 8 members involved in the Black Sox scandal will be cleared of all charges, but on the same day, they will be banned for life by baseball's Kennesaw Mountain Landis, baseball's first commissioner. Yeah, this was a tough day for you, Kevin.
And ironically enough, a judge.
Yeah.
Judge Landis was
That's
the real
right.
judge, jury and
That's right.
executioner, so to speak.
Yeah. September 28th, 1930. In a 13-11 season finale victory over the Reds, Cubs outfielder Hack Wilson drives in his 189th and 190th run of the season to establish a new major league record. The total will be revised to 191 in 1999 after baseball historian Jerome Holtzman finds a missing RBI in a game played in July of 1930.
Oh my gosh.
So
that man looks menacing. To say
that
the least.
is a man's man.
That is a man's man.
Yeah. And we talk about baseball records that will probably never be broken. Now think about this. This is back when seasons were still 154 games?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and no one even ever come close to that record, I don't think. So that's one of those
Yeah.
records that may never be broken. Even with an
National
extra
League
8
record
games.
and Major League record, right?
Yeah.
What is the Gordon Soley thing? He's a yard wide and
I don't remember,
what?
sorry.
Oh, you don't. It's like
I don't remember that. I don't remember that
a yard wide and
that wittism.
like yeah, it's like a yeah. Matt will know. Matt Sinister will know. September 28th, 1930, as a Yankee, Babe Ruth returns to the mound after a 9-year absence at Fenway Park and pitches a complete game, beating the Red Sox at Fenway Park 9-3. The last time the Bambino took the mound, he defeated the A's at the end of the 1921 season.
Wow.
Man, again, going back to Ohtani, I mean, like, man, Babe Ruth was quite an amazing player and
once in a lifetime athlete, just elite athlete. Go check him out on 70 Sports on Twitter, and you'll see why he's the Sultan of Swing.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't that Twitter, but yeah, I found got a very interesting photo of him, so to speak.
Yes,
but
exactly.
he let it all hang out. Let me say that.
Well, if you look at
this, he's like what 15 years into his career, and he's still able to pitch, come out and pitch like that. It's like, geez,
it's crazy. And looking at these two players right here, look at the players that were in that era. I mean, like, oh my God,
that guy looks like John Cena's great grandfather.
Yeah, he does.
Now here's the best part is they're both like 21 and 22. They just live hard lives.
Oh my gosh, yes, fast and furious to say the least. Well, for the 30s for sure.
Right.
September 28th, 1941, batting .99955, Ted Williams elects to play in a doubleheader against the A's on the final day of the season rather than back into the coveted 400 average because the number is actually rounded up. Ted Williams comes through going 6 for 8 in the doubleheader to finish the season with a .4057 or the 406 mark that we know today as the highest batting average ever.
That's crazy that in 2 games he can up his batting average at that point in the season, like 6 points. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that is quite amazing actually. But 6 for 8. I mean, like he left no doubt as far as 400. That's pretty amazing.
And still, here we are, 80 years later, and I'm still alive, and no one's hit 400.
That's true, and very few people have even come close to it. Well, George Brett and Tony Gwynn, right?
I guess you can count Tony Gwynn, even the shortened season. Yeah.
Yep.
Man, George Brett has just become one of my favorite human beings alive.
Hey, there's some George Brett later on in the show. That's great. That's
all right.
You got the gist of the show, Jack, right there. You know what's coming up.
It's like I'm an antenna. You and I are connected, baby. Soulmates.
That's it. That's that beer baseball radar that we love at this show. September 28th, 1948, a crowd of 60,405 attends Joe Earley night at Cleveland's Municipal Stadium. The 26-year-old night watchman wrote owner Bill Veeck asking why an average fan never gets a day, and the Indians owner responded by giving the World War II veteran a spectacular day of his own. And actually came out and had all these farm animals out there and actually dedicated the day to him. That's I think it's pretty awesome.
So this is a special picture. I'll let everybody in the chat know on the picture on the left. You've got the nice lady in the suit and the hat, right? And then right in the middle of the picture, you got that beautiful cow. Well, that's my great grandma Durango. Cheers to you, Granny. Strong genetics, boys. Strong genetics.
All right.
Love it. And this also isn't the last time we'll hear about the Vex. So a little foreshadowing there as well.
Wow, you really did #do the research for today.
I did. This everything ties together. So this is the first of 3 no-hitters. On September 28th, 1974, at Anaheim Stadium, Angels Nolan Ryan strikes out 15 batters when he no-hits the Twins 4-0. The no-no is the third of 7 in the Alvin, Texas natives will toss during his career, and the third of 4 hitless games he hurls for the Halos. You didn't get to see him with an Angels, right?
No, I started going to games when he was on the Astros already at that point.
Right.
Ironically enough, he has 7 no-hitters, but he got at least 7 hits in on Robin Ventura.
That's true. September 28th, 1975, literally a year later, on the final day of the season, Vida Blue, Glenn Abbott, Paul Lindblad, and Raleigh Fingers combined to no-hit the Angels 5-0. The Oakland Alameda County Coliseum contest marks the first time a team has been hitless in the season's finale. This is also the first time that 4 pitchers have combined to pitch a no-hitter. Vida Blue pitched 5 innings, Glenn Abbott 1, Paul Lindblad 1, and then Raleigh Fingers, trademark, 2 innings in relief.
Trademark.
And back then, the firemen usually pitched 2 to 3 innings.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
And
nowadays we get what?
Yeah,
6 pitchers per no-hitter?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you can pitch a 7-inning no-hitter now.
Yeah.
So now you just said fireman.
Yes.
Is that a term for a certain pitcher? Is that a team name? Explain it to me like I don't know anything about baseball, because I don't know anything about baseball.
So there used to be a award, and it was done by Rolaids. You were the Rolaids Relief Man of the Year. And they used to give out this trophy, and it had a fireman's helmet. So what the terminology was at that time during the 60s, 70s, was that someone who came in and put out a fire. So they were called the firemen. And they weren't called like relievers at that time. They were, because like saves and relief appearances were kind of termed differently. And actually, well, if you think about Rolaids, it was their tagline was Rolaids. It's
how do you spell relief?
How do you spell relief?
ROLAIDS.
There you go. So the firemen actually just became a term for like the relievers. So like now it's like closer and stuff like that. Yes. But yeah, thank you for asking. That's awesome. Because not a lot of people would have asked that.
And that term doesn't really even exist anymore. And
right.
I need to go back to Hack Wilson, because I just saw Matt Sinister came through for our thing here. I don't know if I can do Gordon Sully, but like, he's all man and a yard wide.
All man and a yard wide. Yeah, I know there was something else, but I
remember
can
that
remember
one for some reason.
Yes.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, there was another one that he doesn't take. It doesn't ask or doesn't take a quarter or something like that. There's another one. It's so weird.
Yeah.
And okay, so in full disclosure, I thought there was 3 no-hitters thrown on this date in a row from 74, 75, and 76. But so I have this down as September 28th, 76. But it actually didn't happen on the 28th as listed. It actually happened on the 29th.
Jeez,
but
your source, like 2 straight weeks, has messed me up.
2 straight weeks has let me down.
No. Yeah, no. How dare you spend 17 man hours a day putting this show together for everybody
That's right.
and make one small mistake? How dare you, sir?
I know. It doesn't. I have to admit to my mistakes. It makes me human.
I hold you in contempt.
Okay. Well, this is a good one. This is a great one, actually, for me. This because I'm like, I can't leave this out. This is too good because there's too much involved here. So at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium, Giants hurler John Montefusco no-hits the Braves 9-0. Montefusco is almost perfect and giving up just a leadoff walk to Jerry Royster in the 4th inning. I'm going to throw this to you, Kevin. What is John Montefusco's nickname?
I know it, but I don't know why his nickname is The Count.
You are 100% right. And I actually, this actually, you might know this. He was actually the National League Rookie of the Year in 1975.
Okay.
Montefusco's nickname, the Count, was a pun on the last name, which sounds like Monte Cristo, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Okay.
Okay, so I always thought, I'm like, oh, is he like a Dracula or like a whatever, whatever. But obviously there's other counts. We have Count Basie. We have the Count from Sesame Street. Can anybody name any other counts?
Uh-oh.
There's a fella out in Vegas that calls himself the Count that he makes custom cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Counts Customs.
Okay, Count. That's good. That's a good one.
Like, when I see whatever slide you're going to present next, I'm going to be like, you got
Okay.
me.
Okay,
I'm
so
like,
I'm
there's
gonna
gotta be one you're gonna get
up
me on
it. This is actually pretty simple.
Count Chocula.
Boom! Nailed
There you
it.
go.
Okay. Can you name another count? This one's awesome. This one's awesome.
no.
And this has been in my head since the 70s.
Oh,
Like, I'm so glad to get this out of my head and really expand how much of a nerd, a TV nerd that I am.
Please continue.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Give
All
it
right.
to me, Daddy.
For any Happy Days fans out there, the Malachi brothers were a devious crew that Fonzie had to extract revenge on in a demolition derby as they injured his girlfriend, Pinky Tuscadero, in another demolition derby. The Malachi brothers were Rocco and Count Malachi. Kevin Lyon.
yes, sir.
What was the signature tag team finisher in the demolition derby for the Malachis?
Oh, gosh. Like,
I'll be okay. Since you don't know, it's the Malachi Crunch, and it
course.
consisted of when the opponent's car was stalled out.
Yeah.
They would drive to opposite ends of the arena and back into it. The Malachi
back into
Crunch,
it, not-
back into it, because you don't want to
you don't
ruin
mess up the
your
front.
motor.
Gotcha. All right.
Now, to tie this all in, because this counts, this was actually a 3-part episode for Happy Days, which was unprecedented at the time. This was in 1976. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Episode 3 premiered on today's date, September 28th, 1976. I should just close the show right now.
Drop the mic. Topical.
Very good. Bravo.
That is the level of research and entertainment you're going to get right here at the Beer Baseball Blogcast every Tuesday night.
Not that it matters, but it was actually the first when actually Al Del Vecchio made his appearance on the show.
Right.
Al DeVecchio, you say?
Al Del Vecchio took over for Pat Morita. Arnold.
say, I'm like,
That's Arnold to you.
Now think about that, though. You go from Pat Morita to that guy. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. The first appearance of Al Del Vecchio. Now, for those who are still listening and haven't dropped off, there's a very famous episode where Fonzie jumps the shark. Well, I would say that this Malachi Brothers episode is when they really jump the shark. And you can tell by the helmet, he looks a bit like the Great Gazoo right there. For those Flintstone fans.
yeah, there you go.
Okay, but that's a whole.
Hey,
Yeah.
John brought up another count, and it's from History of the World Part 1, the Mel Brooks movie, Count the Money.
Okay, perfect. Love it.
That was a character, yeah. He was like the he like ran the economy or the treasury for, I don't remember what country, because that was Mel Brooks when he was the king. You know, it's good to be the
There you
king.
go. There you
You
go.
don't know.
His guy in charge of money was Count the Money. And I think that was Harvey Korman playing him, if I remember
Yeah, there you
right.
go. So Ryan, just so you know, we're gonna feed you with a whole bunch of useless information. So,
Yes. It's just
so
because he has to get out of his head.
I keep a notebook and I write it all down. So The ramblings of a madman. If anybody ever looked at that, they'd think they stumbled across the Notebook from the movie Seven. Like, what kind
Is
of
Matt
insane
quoting it,
person?
or is Matt officially quitting?
I don't know. He probably,
That's all I need to
he's
know.
like Tully Blanchard. He's quitting on Magnum TA right here.
Hey, he did not say I quit.
He
He
did.
said
That's
yes.
true.
He said yes, but he didn't say I quit.
Did Terry Funk quit?
Oh, he absolutely did.
Yes, he did.
Awesome.
damn
Awesome.
iron.
All right. So we have a few more. I don't know how I could top this one, but this one's for this one's for Kevin though.
Oh,
In Seoul, South Korea, Jim Abbott, born without a right hand, goes the distance in a road to the United States 5-3 victory over Japan to win the Olympic gold medal. After the game, the Japanese players, in a display of great respect, line up to congratulate the former University of Michigan pitcher who had just beaten them. So awesome, and you would never see that today.
yeah, no.
Never see that today. No hit, and they went out and congratulated him. That's what I love about Japanese baseball.
Yeah.
But that's for
And
you,
Jack,
Kevin.
he actually went to the Angels as well when he made the major leagues. That's back when the Angels were in the major leagues.
Right.
All right.
Well, in my limited baseball knowledge, I actually recognize the name.
All right, good job.
Okay.
Yeah,
We actually went to a game
I
in Inland Empire and actually saw him throw the first pitch out.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
and they had a bobblehead that night for him. So
Huh.
definitely had to get that for my own collection.
The Inland Empire incels, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I was waiting
that's
to throw
the
that
hat
out
I'm
there,
wearing
yeah.
tonight. Inland Empire. Let's do September 28th, 1990. The scoreboard at Old Comiskey Park explodes for the last time when Frank Thomas,
Big hurt.
the big hurt,
job.
goes deep off Randy Johnson in the 7th inning of a
The big
13-4
unit, no
loss.
less.
The big
big
unit.
unit. In a 13-4 loss to Seattle. The Monster, which I wasn't even aware it had a name, which was shot off fireworks whenever a White Sox player hit a home run since 1960, was an innovation of team owner Bill Veeck, who inspired the design off a pinball machine. Kevin Lyon,
Yes,
where
sir.
did you go this weekend in Las Vegas?
If you like pinball, when you're in Vegas, you can go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. It's this gigantic warehouse with, I want to say, at least 200 pinball machines. So I'm going back to a lot of them from the 60s and 70s, but some modern ones too. They even had a Mandalorian pinball machine. I'm like, what the heck is this doing here? Or you can play some old arcade games too, like I played Tapper. You're a Tapper.
Oh, right on. Of course you did.
Yeah, but you have like Pac-Man, Burger Time, all those 80s games. Jack, you should definitely play a game of Tapper if you ever get to see it.
Yes.
The idea of the game is you have to the joystick is a tap, like a beer tap. And you pull down to serve it, to pour it, and then you pull up to serve the customers in the game. And literally it's sponsored by Budweiser.
Really?
Yes.
For kids to play a game
God,
sponsored by Budweiser.
God bless
Yeah.
the 70s, you know?
It was the 80s, and then literally within months, that got shut down. And then it was like root beer after that.
Huh.
That's right.
It was
That's
amazing
right.
seeing
Yeah.
Budweiser on a video game in the 80s, like
I love
endorsed and
It was-
all over it.
Fantastic. Great time
So-
to grow up in.
Yeah.
So now the stadium wasn't called the Monster. The scoreboard was called the Monster.
The scoreboard. And actually, Guaranteed Rate Field is what it is now. There's a facsimile of the same kind of scoreboard with kind of
so
pays
it's not
tribute
the
to it.
same. Okay. All
No,
right.
it's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay.
they kind
I
of
was curious.
mimic
They
it.
maybe kept that part of it just for the novelty of it. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have the as you see, it's kind of evolved a little bit here as you look from it. But yeah, they have a totally modern scoreboard now. But they still have the top part is still the same.
Got it. Do they
September-
do
It
they shoot
still looks
off-
great from the time I went
It's
there.
still super cool. It's a great part of baseball history for sure. The fun part of baseball.
Absolutely.
September 28th, 1997, Tony Gwynn equals Hannes Wagner's record by winning his 8th National League batting title when he finishes the season with a 3.72 batting average. The Padres outfielder becomes the first player to win 4 consecutive National League batting crowns since Rogers Hornby accomplished the feat with the Cardinals winning 6 straight titles between 1920 and 1925. Yeah,
That guy was, and Roger was a guy who batted 400 multiple times, if I remember right.
Yeah,
I mean, I should remember. I saw some Cardinals games back in the day.
Yep. Yeah, you can only hear it on the radio, so you're like, either I have to go there or listen to it on the radio. Okay, so rounding this out, 2 Major League Baseball stadiums were actually retired on this date. September 28th, 2000, the Brewers, let's drink up.
Beer's ready.
The Brewers played the last game at Milwaukee County Stadium, bowing to the Reds 8-1. Warren Spahn throws a ceremonial first pitch to Del Crandall, his battery mate, on opening day 47 years ago when the future Hall of Fame southpaw Spahn and the Braves beat the Cardinals in 10 innings, 3-2 in 1953. So awesome to see, like, Miller Park being built back there and how small it is compared to the current stadium. It's pretty cool. Great. It's a really cool picture.
That's a cool callback too, because I remember Del Crandall passed away a few months ago. We spent some time talking about him.
Exactly.
Yeah. And nowadays, pretty much, we talked about before, but the Milwaukee Stadium more or less now is just immortalized forever for Major League.
Yeah. And on September 28th, 2008, the Mets play their final game at Shea Stadium, a 4-2 loss to the Marlins, a disappointing sellout crowd failing to qualify for the postseason on the last day for the second consecutive year. After the contest, the former Mets, including Hall of Famers Willie Mays, Yogi Berra, and Tom Seaver, as well as Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden, Mike Piazza, but not any of the current players for the Mets that year, did not participate in the ceremony. Celebrate the history of the 45-year-old ballpark in front of the subdued spectators gathered at Shea Goodbye.
There you go.
Shea Goodbye. So, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
What album came out it was probably 2 weeks after this shutdown? What album came out? It's a live album.
I mean, what live version of Beatles at Shea Stadium? I don't know.
That's a really good guess, but you'll never guess.
I think. Why'd you ask me to guess? Oh, right on.
The Clash at Shea Stadium. I wasn't even aware this was even a thing.
I don't know when they would have played there unless if there was like a festival or they're opening for someone now.
So it was recorded at Shea Stadium on October 13th, 1982, the band's second night opening for The Who.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's what I say. I had to be opening up for somebody because
this
is at their peak, but still they're not playing stadiums.
Yeah, that's cool. And I was like, when I was looking at this, doing doing the research, the Clash, and now you actually went to go see some bands this weekend. So I know you're a big Lock and Roll fan.
Well, I didn't see any Japanese bands, so I can't follow the Lock and Roll gimmick, but Jack's favorite band, Devo. I got to see them on Sunday night and had a great old time.
Oh, you got to see Devo? Wow.
I wish I had it with me. It's in my car. I got the dome thing they wear with the face shield.
Oh, wow. That would have been so cool. Tell me more.
I'm done telling you because I know you don't care. I'll talk to Michael.
Do you like? Hey, Jack, do you like the Clash? Let's go from.
I do like the Clash. I do like.
Oh wow! Can you name?
They're the only band that matters, Michael Mondragon.
I can't name a Clash song, but on Spotify I have an old punk thing, and I just put it on.
Yeah.
I like, and they'll come up, and I like them.
Rock the Casbah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's the easy one.
Should I go? I mean, those.
Yeah, that's the easy. Those are two easy ones. London Calling.
Yeah, that's a solid album cover.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I didn't know that they had the one with the baseball bat. So that's pretty,
that's cool.
That's pretty, very good. That's pretty badass.
And for those who have, if you saw in that photo of the stadium, if you saw Citi Field in the background being built, in the parking lot, they actually mark where the infield is.
Yep.
And I didn't know about that till I left Citi Field. You can literally see where home plate is, and you can just walk the bases at the old Shea Stadium in the parking lot of Citi Field.
Yeah, the only time I was there in 2010, we got there just in time for the stadium or the opening, so we didn't go to there. So I have to go back to go to that.
There you go.
See, I like seeing these pictures of old stadiums, man. I'm an architecture nerd. I'm a building nerd, and man, the new stadiums just look like spaceships. I like these old like look at those stands.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. That's way cool.
And nowadays, literally, like besides Wrigley Field and Fenway, like Angel Stadium, Dodger Stadium are like the next oldest stadiums, pretty much, and those were built just in the early to mid '60s. You know, that's kind of crazy. That's not like nothing in the grand scheme of things. 50 years, but especially for me, 50 years.
Yeah, even a Fenway Park has been renovated, so it's actually more of a modern stadium now, but it still has that kind of configuration where you feel like you're a part of an old stadium. But Wrigley too. So it goes Fenway. Fenway.
Fenway and Wrigley. I don't remember which one came out first.
Wrigley, and then it's Dodger Stadium, and then Angel Stadium and Oakland. Are the 4 or 5.
Because I think those up in the same time, and then I think the Royal Stadium's after that.
And actually,
again, those are the 60s.
There's been a push. I think Kansas City is going to be potentially moving as well. There was a push to move that stadium as well.
No, that's bad.
So that kind of stinks. All right, so let's get to it. Let's get to baseball card sharks.
All right.
This is always a fun time. Here are the baseball card sharks standings. Look at that, C-Boy Jack. I had to actually truncate it. And if you're a big Tim and Eric fan, in the very first episode, there's a C-Boy. So it's actually C-Boy is short for cowboy.
All right.
So, oh man, I'm way behind.
That's okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
Hey,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, the guy that doesn't know jack squat about baseball. I mean, I feel good.
It's okay.
I've tried to say to you before, but every blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while.
Right? Yeah. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
That's right. There you go.
But hopefully not today, because I'm going to win. So,
wow. Talking about the guy who deals with cards, this is so rigged.
I don't know. I have. Well, first of all, let me do the baseball card shark rules. We're gonna draw 11 cards. 4 of them go down on the bottom. And then we work our way up to the top 3. To the top, you have 3 bench cards. We'll walk you through it. It's super simple. So let me get this out of here. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to add this to the stream. And we're going to do it like this. Okay.
All right.
So what we're going to do,
what we got this week?
we're just going to go with a 1989 Bowman baseball. I don't see him... yes, it's all over.
It's such a work, especially when I'm like, if he pulls out a box of just plain cards, I'm like, this is so rigged.
How can it be rigged? I don't know.
You just said I'm gonna win, and then you pull out these cards.
I'm only cocky because I won my fantasy baseball. So,
wow, it's a work.
And I'm winning the G1 tournament, so I have to be I'm a little bit cocky right now. So,
guys, we haven't mentioned beer in a while. I just opened up a Criminal Intent IPA from Richter Ale Works.
Right on.
Because that Saison went down so easy.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be an interesting game, fellas.
Obviously.
All right. Jeez, I have my backup beer ready. I better finish this.
Don't try to keep up with the champ, Kevin.
There you go.
Try to keep up with the champ.
Count Mondragon, yes. Oh, Ian won his fantasy baseball. Yeah, we have to get fantasy baseball back. I definitely want Ian in there. Oh, look at this, $100 on the Cowboy.
Wow!
Oh wow, that's
friends. Because I think what you owe me $20,000, Jack.
It's like 75,000, but we can talk about that after the show. Keep it moving. Right. Keep it moving.
Yeah, okay, so you can PayPal me the money. But okay, so we're doing 1989 Bowman baseball, and I'm gonna give it to Kevin. Kevin, what do you want to do? Do you want to do pitchers or position players, batters?
let's do. I think we did pitchers last week, so let's do hitters this week.
All right, hitters this week. So here we go.
And thanks to he's not out there, but if he was out there, I say thank you to E. Bronson in the chat if he's out there. Ed Brown, thank you for these cards. We finally had a good way to use them.
Yep. So, Jack, I'm going to give you the choice. So we're going to go with batters. Are you going to go with career home runs, career batting average? I think what else is on here?
Home runs.
You got home runs, or you got average.
Let's do RBIs too. If you haven't done that out there yet.
RBIs is a good one too. So what do you want to go with?
Man, I think we need to go RBIs. We need to look at well-rounded players.
Okay.
Oh, listen to that guy.
So RBIs. Who wants to go first?
Like Kevin, name this guy. I'm like, I don't know.
Big Kev. Big Kev is going first.
Okay, Kevin, you're gonna go first.
Oh, okay.
So who do we have here? This is you would not know this. This is Mike Harkey.
Oh, he's a pitcher though. Isn't he a pitcher?
Are these my pitchers? Pitcher. You're absolutely right.
All right.
I thought I picked him up.
Yeah, that looked like I'm like if I would have thought for a second, I would have recognized that guy. That guy's a pretty good prospect at one point. Are you sure that's not a pitcher? I'm just kidding.
It does look like it actually. Wait a minute. What the hell? I separated these all out.
Pitchers.
What is going on?
We're live, pal.
It's
For real?
Oh
God.
Kevin.
Yes, sir.
So this weekend I learned a very interesting fact.
Okay.
What is a ghost's favorite way to travel?
I don't know, Jack. What is a ghost's favorite way to travel?
Spirit Airlines. Woo, boys. Woo.
Woo!
This is why we turn in. This is why y'all turn in right here.
Add more beer and tell us more jokes, please.
Comedy gold, y'all. Comedy gold.
Geez, did you call? I haven't given my plug yet, but maybe you called the Jackie Martling hotline to get that joke.
No.
Actually, the Jackie jokes be a little filthier than that, you know. So I'm not going to tell you any of those.
I went from an 8.5 to a 6.2. I should have went the other direction.
Oh well. It's all right.
Yeah,
you can't win them all, Jack.
Hey, that's what she said.
I know.
All right.
So I'm on my backup now. And Michael had this on the show before a while back.
Oh. Is that a Radiant Brewing Company?
No, this is by Fremont out of Seattle. It's called Head Full of Dynamite, and he's had it on the show before. Hey, you found Mike Sharperson.
All right, nicely done. So Mike Sharperson.
Weird.
Nothing. This is
I can't tell by the autograph.
Jose Bautista.
Oh, young Jose Bautista. Look at those. Look at that. Like coming to America, Jerry curls almost.
Exactly.
Right
Oh, you might know this one. Who do you think?
Darnell Coles.
Nicely done.
This is my wheelhouse here. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Just go on. We got keep going.
Stan Jefferson.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You recognize this
I know
guy?
who that guy is. He might be a Hall of Famer.
Ryan Sandberg.
Yes. Sorry, just I'm gonna. I don't remember who that is, but let's just keep going. Just keep going.
Julio Franco.
Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell by the signature. It looked nothing like that. Ernie Riles.
Yes, nicely done.
Ernest Riles. Excuse me. He's very formal there. Oh God, Jose Oquendo. Very
yes,
good.
the secret weapon.
Oh.
And on your bench,
right behind him, Ozzie Smith. Oh, very
on
good.
your bench, Ozzie Smith.
All right.
Very young Ozzie Smith.
Yes. This one's easy.
Is that Paul O'Neill?
No, Ron Oster.
Oh, I saw. Oh, Ron Oster. Okay.
And Rafael Ramirez. I have no idea.
Just be in the major leagues, apparently.
Okay. All right. So Mike Sharperson, we're going for
RBIs.
RBIs. So career RBIs.
Yes,
14
Oh,
on Mike Sharperson.
Yes.
Does
Talented man. High number.
does Jose Bautista have more or
Jose
less?
Bautista. Let's go higher. It's 14. I mean,
Yeah, 14. You know what? I have to substitute this one because it's actually a pitcher. I'm not. Why this thing? Oh, look at. So I'm actually going to substitute. I'm sorry about that.
Jose Bautista and probably thought it was
Yeah, easily.
the batter for the Blue Jays later.
So I'm switching it out. This is somebody you probably don't like. This is Dave Henderson.
That's Dave Henderson, isn't it? Then he's higher for sure.
Definitely higher.
Yeah.
394. 394
All
with
right,
Dave
yeah.
Henderson.
All right.
Hall
I mean,
of
it's a
Fame
solid
numbers.
veteran there.
Darnell Coles, higher or lower?
I think it's gonna be lower. Looks like it's
You
spring
are-
training there by the mountains in the background too. There.
212. Actually,
Oh, wow, that's more than I thought.
That's more than I thought too. So 212.
Okay.
Stan Jefferson, higher or lower than 212?
If I don't know who he is, let's go lower.
36.
Okay.
Wow.
36.
Just made it.
The big
Just
battle's
me.
coming up right here, though, Michael.
Ryan Sandberg, yes. Higher or lower than 36?
I mean the next one. Higher.
473.
Because look who he's up against. Julio Franco.
Yes.
This is an interesting battle here.
476. Julio Franco. You have Rafael Ramirez, Ron
Yes.
Oster, and Ozzie Smith on the bench.
Well, let's get that happy Astro in there to replace Ryan Sandberg.
That's a good call. Rafael Ramirez. Wow, you'll never believe this. 360.
Wow.
360
Where's
with
the
Rafael
bet?
Ramirez. This is.
Shoot,
I still think you're pretty
still-
safe, but
I'm still going to go higher.
yeah, you have to.
Let's
360.
go higher.
432. Actually, not
So
that
what
much.
was Ryan Sandberg's then? That was really close.
Ryan Sandberg's was 473.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
So you
all
made the right
that
call.
worked out. Because I had no idea on that one. I think it was going to be close. Wow. All right. I'll
So,
have to take that.
432. Ernest Riles. Ernie Riles.
Lower. Gotta be lower.
Lower.
Sure.
167.
Oh, wow. That's higher than I thought.
Jose Oquendo, higher or lower than 167?
They don't.
I
call
don't,
him
I
a
don't
secret
think in this
weapon
period
for
he was
nothing.
playing as much because you had Ozzie Smith ahead of him. So let's go lower.
110. 110.
Oh,
So you
I don't
did
get
it.
that many.
Wow.
You ran the gauntlet and only used
And
one bench
I'll
card.
use one bench card because I know he use that as a tiebreaker too.
Nicely done, Kevin.
Wow.
Nicely done, Kevin. All right.
With authority,
Definitely.
ladies and gentlemen, that man just put on a performance.
That's right.
Now this is one of my, well, I'm not in first place like Michael Mondragon. He called a shot here.
Yeah, that's impressive. And now, so this is a former Arizona Diamondbacks manager, the only manager in Arizona Diamondbacks history with a World Series championship, Bob Brenly. He's actually with the Toronto Blue
I
Jays
just
here.
like to stay. When you were saying the intro, I'm like, he never played with the Blue Jays, but I guess he did.
I guess he did too. I didn't know that too. I'm not sure who. This is Andy Allenson. I have no idea.
Oh, he's another catcher. I'll say he looks like he was like an extra on the Indians team in Major League.
Willie Wilson,
Oh, there you go. See the bet there.
speedster from the Kansas City Royals. Look at this,
Hey, Ricky.
Ricky Henderson.
Hey, Ricky.
Ricky.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Pick up the
that
phone,
guy.
Ricky.
Yep.
It's me.
And has a field named after him in Oakland. This is who I think it is. Get your beers ready. This
yeah,
is
of course.
Glenn Braggs.
Glenn Braggs. I remember that guy.
Glenn Braggs.
Oh, hey, look. Who's that? Oh, never mind. Sorry.
It's not who you think it is, but
No, it's not. I'll say a young, fresh face there, but it's
yeah,
not.
Dave Gallagher.
Maybe you know what? Hey, I think it's Gallagher.
It could be Gallagher. If it's Gallagher, but I think it's Gallagher. Like he's a Gallagher 3.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, look at this guy. Friend of the
Acquaintance
show.
of the show.
Friend
of the show.
Close
Not a
personal friend of Michael Mondragon.
That's right. That's right. We used to work.
Workout buddies.
We used to hang and bang in Encino, California, brother. At the.
Oh, you know what? Michael
Banging
Mondragon,
and banging.
I forgot. I did make a big mistake in Las Vegas. I forgot to go to his car wash.
Oh, he has a car wash there.
Well, I guess because he was in his. If you look at his Twitter, it's insane. It's like trying to read. It's very difficult. And I had birds crap all over my car in Vegas. I really actually could use my car wash after I left. I
That's
saw
bad.
California license plates and knew it was me.
That's hilarious. Any idea who this is? I actually know from the signature.
So he does look familiar, but I can't place it right now.
Solid mustache. Solid mustache.
All right. Extreme close up. This is good. I don't remember.
Cecil Espy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
The ESPY awards were not named after him, and your bench player is former Tiger Chet Lemon. All right,
good solid player there.
Really good player.
Yeah.
Okay,
you know he's good because I had a glove as a kid with his signature on it. You know what I mean? So
Bob
right,
Brenly.
Hold on, everybody.
Yeah.
I just want get ready for greatness. Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm running the gauntlet. Not going to my bench.
All right.
Wow. Well, I'll give you a great job at the top. So Bob Brenly, the RBIs are 324. 324 on Bob Brenly all time at that time.
Solid mechanic.
So we have
Andy
Andy Allenson.
Yes.
Allenson's lower.
Okay.
He's a jobber.
You would be right at 95.
Yeah.
95. Okay.
Good job, Andy.
You know, he calls his shot, and in the chat, he's like, I need help. Give me help.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
Yeah, Bubble Pug saying lower. She was completely right. So we got Willie Wilson. Higher or lower than 95?
Willie Wilson's going to be 102, so higher. 102, 103.
Yeah, 424.
Close. I was close. I was in the spread.
That's right.
425.
There,
so this is going to be a tough one. 424
Oh, yeah.
for Riggy Henderson.
Riggin.
Now, are we going by the year of the card?
Yes.
Year of the card. Whatever's on this card.
So what year is this?
91.
All the cards are 91?
Yes.
It's all from the same set.
All right. All right. So Henderson's. All right. This is tough.
You can go to your bench.
I can't go to my bench. I called my shot. I don't disappoint my fans. Okay. All right. I'm an authentic superhero. All right. Ricky Henderson is lower.
Wow. All right.
Lower than 420. Let's see. Yeah, 424.
He's going to be slightly lower. Slightly lower.
You know, you asked for up in the chat, and all I'm seeing is higher in the chat. So you're going against Ballbug and Ryan there.
Well, yeah, but it's 1974.
Oh, but Ryan says lower too.
Oh, okay. Maybe even higher on the other card. All right, never mind.
Okay.
Well, good luck. We're all counting on you.
So lower than 424. 504.
Bull crap.
It's rigged. I'm like, I don't think so.
All right. Hey, this is how you respectfully lose. Good job, guys.
Well, okay, so Jack, this is a teachable moment. So Ricky Henderson is the greatest leadoff hitter of all time.
Okay.
And the reason why he is because not only was he a stolen base leader, I believe he has the most home runs for a leadoff hitter all time. Yeah. So he's a guy who definitely put runs on the board.
Got it.
You don't get a stadium named after you for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's so so then he started in 80. So this would have been 11 years. So he would have had like a nice accumulation.
But again, even in that time period, he's only averaging 50 a year. You know what I mean? That's not a high number. You know, that's why I was like, oh, if he close, but I thought it'd be a little higher, but it is what it is.
But it's still
Who you got
impressive.
there? Ron Kittle.
Ron
Does
Kittle.
that even look like a ball player to you, Cowboy Jack?
Oh yeah, no. He not only does he look like a ball player, he looks like there's multiple bodies buried in his basement.
He's also a CPA, so that's
Right.
okay.
That man
Yes.
has worn another human being's skin while doing taxes.
Any clue, Kevin? Here,
Oh,
Actually, no, from
too
not
busy
looking.
thinking of Silence of the Lambs. I saw Silence of the Lambs and Ron Kittle there. I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, Buffalo Bill, is that what that is? No, just kidding.
this is Dan Pasqua,
Oh yeah. Third baseman. All right. There you
another
go. Frank
Royal
White,
Frank
veteran.
White. There you go.
Yes, sir. Oh, look, that guy.
This guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he wasn't there for very long. Barry Bonds.
His head hasn't swollen up from the Balco yet.
Yes, exactly. He's a very thin head here.
Yeah, is that? Oh, it's not. So I saw a catcher in the Astros. I thought it was going to be Craig Biggio, but it's not. Who's that?
Any clue?
Andy Ashby? I don't know.
This is Alex Trevino.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. I heard of him, but
You know this one.
yeah, there you go. That's John Cleese with a mustache.
It is
Oh, good shot. Yeah, I like that one.
Dwight Dewey Evans.
Yes. That's towards the end of his run on Monty Python.
Yeah, Ron Kittle. Yeah, he was actually.
So that dude is 74 years old. There's no way that's not shoe polish colored.
Oh gosh,
Oh.
is that his mugshot?
Hey,
This is awesome. You probably know him more as a Brave than an A here.
it looks like somebody in my family that drinks
Yeah.
a lot of meth.
That's uncle. Is that your uncle?
No, that looks like my little brother.
Oh, okay.
This is Glenn Mother Hubbard.
Wow.
Hubbard was an A. I didn't
Yeah,
remember that.
I had no
Wow.
idea he was an A as well.
Oh man, I got so excited that his actual name was Mother Hubbard. I was gonna
No, it's Glenn.
I would wear a Mother Hubbard jersey right now.
Any clue?
Is that Rick Leach?
Rick Leach, nicely done.
Wow.
Nicely done.
I don't remember being a Ranger, being a Blue Jay, but I know him because he was a quarterback at University of Michigan.
Look at you. Look at you.
Because I'm a Michigan. That was my first love of college football.
Okay, so I called my
Rick Leach,
shot.
Anthony Carter.
So I have to call my shot too, like Cowboy Jack, and say that I am not going to go to my bench. I can't go to my bench to
right,
tiebreaker. So Ron Kittle, 370. 370 on Ron Kittle. Dan Pasqua, I will definitely say is lower than 370.
Yeah. Shouldn't at least.
162.
There you go.
Frank White. This is actually a tough one. 162.
He's been around a long time though.
Yeah, because I remember him being on the 85 Royals
He was on the 80 Royals
Right.
even.
and the 80 Royals. Yeah, so he was
Yeah.
playing in. He's
Come on,
playing
look at
two-
that guy. He's up. He's been around a bit.
He probably played in the
1980s.
80 World Series as well against the Phillies. So I'll definitely
That's
say
right, yes, sir.
higher.
All right.
Oh, God, 829.
Wow.
Easy call.
Wow.
Good player. 829, but against Barry Bonds. Now this is where knowing what year this is.
Yeah.
This is very early in his career, so I'll actually say
He's like,
lower.
Is that-
honestly he's 4 years in. He's not gonna have 800, but he's
No
gonna
way.
have at least 400.
Especially on the Pirates. So
You think he has 400?
So this is before he hit his growth spurt.
to say the least.
This is before Balco. This
For
is
sure.
before Balco. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Yep. So I'll definitely say
He probably
lower.
still has 400 at least.
He has 165 in 1991. Moving up, Alex Trevino.
He has what?
I will definitely say lower than that.
I'm
He's
sorry, you broke up on me there.
oh
I didn't hear
Yeah.
the number. Oh well, it's all right.
oh.
All I know is that this guy definitely has more than Barry Bonds.
165. 165.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 165 and 91. Yeah. So Alex Trevino definitely lower on that one.
All right.
Well, if sports guys, we they still believe in you.
Well, I told him
Well, no,
during.
he believes in Jack's conspiracy theory, is what he's saying.
I can't believe I just lost. Alex
What?
Trevino has 215.
My
He has
gosh.
215. Alex Trevino is actually beating Barry Bonds. I thought that was a no-brainer.
Bro, how embarrassing to call your shot and then lose. Jeez.
See,
Wow.
you know why I won? Hey, you know why I won? Because I didn't call my shot. All right.
That's true.
It's because you cheat. It's because you cheat.
Oh, I cheat. Yeah, I cheat. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. We need robotic refs. Umps.
Ah,
Wow,
sigh.
I lost this game. Wow. Sorry.
Kevin Lyon.
Sorry, Jack. You got trivia. You got
That's
trivia.
fine. Trivia is my strong suit.
Yeah, we still have
Oh,
trivia. That's so embarrassing.
Wow. Lee
No, you know what?
Trevino.
I wouldn't. I would,
Not Lee Trevino, Alex Trevino. His son.
Oh, come on.
Got it. Alex
Yeah.
Trevino. But that was Barry Bonds' pre-growth spurt. He hadn't
Yeah,
been eating his
but,
vitamins.
I would have done the
doing
same
his
thing.
push-ups.
Thank you, Ian. I would have lost that too. Honestly, I wouldn't have thought that.
I would have. You would have said the same thing.
Oh yeah, I would have lost that too.
Yeah, Kevin is a
I'm
Rain
not
Man.
the Rain Man. Get out of here.
9.
How many
If you asked me 2021 cards, I'd be like, I don't know.
97X, the future of rock and roll. That's a Rain Man reference.
That's the thing I didn't get to do is count cards over the weekend. I didn't even play cards. I didn't have to.
Oh, by the way,
hey, I won like 500 in slots the first night, so that paid for whatever I was doing the rest of the weekend. Didn't have to touch another machine.
slots of fun.
That's how you do it, baby. Woo!
Awesome. So let's do some baseball trivia. Let's end this out. Let's end this out on a good note.
Jack's opening the Grey Goose. I think Jack's done tailgating now. Now he's going to the real drinking.
Yeah, it's business time. Double fisted.
Like the flight of the Conchords. Like the flight of the Conchords, it's business. It's business time. Did you know Flight of the Conchords, Jack?
That wasn't that Flight of the Conchords. That was the priest and it was the movie where the priest and the lady like fell in love.
We're gonna have to hip you on some of the Flight of the Conchords. It's brilliant.
But that is a wonderful guess. Wonderful guess.
What am I thinking of?
I'm not sure.
I think that's a film that's a similar name. I think
It's a film with a similar name to Flight of the Conchords.
I think.
No, I'm right. I'll Google it after the show.
How should I do the research?
Yeah, check.
I'm going to know the trivia by when he lists the question, so I can look it up real quick.
Check my trivia. Check my Twitter after the show. I'll let you know. It's Flight.
Oh, I'm the senior research analyst. I'm going to let you know right now.
Of the Conchords. All right, moving on. Baseball trivia. This is my game.
All right.
Yeah, of course it is.
Who is the all-time stolen base leader for the Kansas City Royals?
Deep pull. Casey Wells.
Willie Wilson, Amos Otis, Freddie Patek, or George Brett?
George Brett, number 4. I know that you're just putting this in there to trick me, but I don't care. I'm a George Brett guy. Print the T-shirts. I'm a George Brett guy.
I love that this accidentally goes back to the card sharks. So the first thing that came to my head is number 1, Willie Wilson. And his card just came up in card sharks today.
You're absolutely right.
John,
I'm
absolutely right that his card came up. John the Dog Wars with me on this.
John going. Ian going with George Brett.
But you know what? I mean, George Brett played with him for 20 years. So,
And Amos Otis. Yeah. Famous Amos.
Yeah. I didn't go with him or Patek because Freddie Patek actually played with the Angels as well. So I didn't remember being on the Royals long enough to break that record.
Yeah.
Amos Otis was with him for a while, but I don't remember. I thought he was on other teams too, but
man, we got 2. I think we got 2 Amos Otises.
Yep.
All right.
We did.
Right on. But I figure Willie and George Brett are probably the most obvious 2 because they played, I think, their whole career with the Royals, if I remember right.
Bubble Pug, that's why you're the MVP right there.
That's right.
And the answer is Willie Wilson with 612.
Okay.
It's so rigged.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. So rigged.
Yeah.
So rigged.
I can't believe that Willie Wilson popped up in the cards.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
the,
pretty funny.
The Kansas City Royals. Oh, stupid.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm in the game.
so Willie Wilson had 612, Amos Otis 340, Freddie Patek 336, George Brett, I couldn't believe this, fourth all time for the Royals with 201. Gerard Dyson 184, Frank White 178. That was another card that was in here. Carlos Beltran 164, Alcides Escobar 160, Cool Whit Merrifield 159, and Johnny Damon actually with 156 on so 10th all time.
Oh.
So Willie Wilson, always known as a speed merchant during those. Actually, like, Ricky Henderson, Tim Raines, Chet Lemon. Willie Wilson actually doesn't get enough props.
No,
612.
he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Really good.
Yeah, good solid player. Good solid bet. Can't go wrong with that.
All right,
I
Jack,
still
you're
cannot
gonna.
figure out what movie you're talking about, Jack. Sorry.
The wild thornbirds. The
Wild Thornberries?
No,
Oh,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
all right.
All right, Jack,
Not
you're gonna like.
Thornbirds with the priest falling in love. Are you about Thornbirds? Is that what
Yes.
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Where the priest falls in love with a hot chick. Yeah, she was hot back in the day.
Yeah.
Rachel Ward. That's some 80s like hot.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I cheers to that.
So Kevin,
Rachel
to
Ward was
go
nice.
along with your George Brett picture in the back.
Oh no.
Yes.
How many double tapers did he take in a year? Oh,
So George Brett is
Oh.
number 1 in home
Wow.
runs all time for the Royals. Who is number 2?
number 2. Ironically
Number
enough.
2. Yes, you got it. Number 2.
Joke of the day.
Very
Joke
good.
of the day. Well done, sir. Well done.
So who is going to be the number 2? We're looking at Mike Sweeney, famous Amos Otis, Hal McRae, or Salvador Perez.
Wow, this is tough. This is a tricky one here. I like it though. I like this. How the Royals have 50 years they've been around, and this is the
Yes.
best they had over 50
I
years.
know. And who knew that Amos Otis would have been on the home run and the stolen
Yeah.
base list?
Yep.
Much better player than people remembered.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's Kansas.
Who do we got- who
Kansas
do we got in
City.
the chat?
What's Kansas City known for? Second-rate barbecue and George Brett.
Oh,
I mean,
whoa.
What?
Whoa, I'm scared. I don't know. I heard their barbecue is great.
You heard, right?
Yeah, I haven't been to Kansas City, sir.
Sure. Have you ever been to Texas and had Texas barbecue?
Yes, sir, I have. So I can't
Exactly.
compare.
Number 1. Exactly, because you've been there.
I don't know.
All right.
I like my southern stuff.
You're
Give
up,
my
Big
Mem- give my
Kev.
Mempo.
You're
my
up,
Mempo
Big Kev.
I know. I'm just looking. I'm looking here. This is tricky because, wow, we're getting. I love the mix of answers here. We're going all over the place here.
We have a lot of people like.
And you know what? I'm thinking. I'm actually gonna go with the name no one's saying. I'm gonna go with Hal McRae because I know he was with them for a long time.
Oh.
Even though I'm thinking Salvador Perez might be second now, but let's go with Hal McRae.
And the only manager of the Royals on this list as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Another guy who was in the major leagues for 15 years, and I think he played a lot of those years with the Royals, so I'll just go with him.
Yep. Who you got, Jack?
I'm going to go with, I'm going to pick a name based on how fun it is to say. Salvador Perez.
Hey, you know what? You have Bubble Pug and you have Top Gun Talwar on your side, so there you go. You might have
Plus,
made the right
it's
choice
really
there.
fun to say. Everybody say it at home.
I'm not going to say it right now.
Thank you.
Hang on.
So I remember going. I took my son to a St. Louis Cardinals Kansas City Royals game. This was maybe 6 years ago, and I was sitting next to it. It was out at Busch Stadium, and there was a guy sitting next to me, and he says to me, he goes, because everybody talks about Yadier Molina being such a great Hall of Fame catcher. This Royals fan next to me, he was like, Salvador Perez, best in the league. Like like he was like,
this
year he's pretty awesome, and he just became number two on the all-time Royals home run list. So George Brett has 317, which actually I thought was pretty low for him. I thought so too, right?
More than that. Wow.
Salvador Perez just passed Mike Sweeney with 198. Wow. Mike Sweeney has 197. Amos Otis, 193.
All right, there you go.
So I believe Salvador Perez has 46 this year. Man, he has gone on some crazy
something
terror.
like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I hate to say it, like, did he call Barry? I mean, I'm like, you all of a sudden go,
yeah,
from
I think
20 home runs to 40. I'm like, come on. I almost get suspicious right away. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Sorry to say that out loud, but
man, it's really good to win the last question of the game. I just put the cap.
And you are the golden god.
I
love
am
it
the
because
golden god.
You put it over. It's like pointing to the WrestleMania sign. You just like that. It was perfectly aimed. It was perfectly done. You did really.
Yes.
Nicely done, Cowboy Jack Durango. You always bring the goodness. Wanted to end the show with this. Wanted to say rest in peace to Cloyd Boyer, who was born in 1927. Unfortunately, died last week. So we talk about in baseball about a lot of there's three brothers that play in baseball. So there's the Molina brothers, there's the DiMaggio brothers, there's the Alou brothers, Molinas. Did I say the Molinas already?
Yes.
Molinas, DiMaggios.
Yeah, you said the Molinas, yes, sir.
And so it's very rare for three players to be all brothers, right? And actually, what the Alous played in the outfield all together, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So it's very rare for that to happen. So. Well, Cloyd Boyer, which I wasn't even aware was a third brother. So Cleet Boyer.
I knew those three, but I didn't know his name. I knew Ken, and I think Cleet.
Ken and I wasn't even Cleet and Ken. Ken played for the Cardinals.
Ken was, Ken. He was a Cardinal.
Yeah, he was a great Cardinal,
really good player.
I wasn't even aware they had a third brother, and he outlived all of them. So he just died recently. The Boyers were not. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of you. If you have this in here, the crazy thing about what I read about this, in this family, there's 7 boys.
Yeah.
The other 4 all play in the minor leagues.
Yes.
That's like crazy that all 7 play professional baseball in some level. Like, oh my gosh.
And Cloyd played for the St. Louis Cardinals and Kansas City Athletics. Was in baseball for nearly a half century, but actually was working as a pitching coach for the Yankees, Atlanta Braves, and a minor league manager and a roving pitching instructor and scout. Wow. So dedicated his life to baseball. So you sent this to me earlier, and I definitely want to make mention of him. I think it's awesome. Now, Kevin, I want you to.
Sir.
Who is the guy in the middle? I didn't even recognize him.
I was going to originally say Joe Garagiola, but I think that's too. I think that's way.
That's
too early.
Joe Garagiola.
It is okay.
It is.
I was thinking like the only Cardinal catcher I remember would be Joe Garagiola. I didn't know he was around the same time as Cloyd Boyer, but okay.
That is him.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? I didn't even recognize him.
Like I said, Cardinals catcher. That's the only reason why I would have known that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who. Nowadays people aren't gonna know who he is, but he was like he was a pretty big celebrity for like 4 decades.
Yeah,
I want to say he was like a St. Louis celebrity. Jack, he actually was a commentator for St. Louis wrestling on TV in the late 50s, early 60s, I think. Yes. And then he actually was like a guest host on the Tonight Show. We talked about before we got on the air, talked about people who hosted the Tonight Show, and he was actually on the Today Show for a long time back when that show was first starting. Game show host for To Tell the Truth back in the 70s. So there you go, bunch of stuff that guy did.
So in St. Louis, I always used to hear this, and it was actually I can't say the derogatory name that they actually called this area of St. Louis, because my grandmother told me this actually, because they grew up in St. Louis.
No.
There was an Italian section of St. Louis that Joe Garagiola and I believe Yogi Berra grew up in.
Oh yeah, they were. That's right. They were like really close friends growing up.
Yeah. So it was actually a hill in St. Louis, and it starts with a D, but I will not say it. But actually, it was known as this, and it was actually that's where Garagiola grew up in St. Louis. Yeah. So
right, let's cheers to Chloe Boyer.
Absolutely. And
long full life, huh? 1927 to 2021. That's 50 solid years. So.
Your math is impeccable.
Rest in power, brother. Rest in power,
that's right. King. Absolutely.
Hey, Matt Sertucci. Yes. Canseco brothers, for sure.
Yeah.
I actually, it was Ozzy and Jose, but I don't think they had another third brother.
I don't remember, but trios are rare.
Trios are definitely rare.
Going to happen again.
Yeah, I don't even know if there's any brother. Well, let's see. I'm trying to think of.
When you said Molina, I was like, "There's a third Molina that I'm forgetting about." I'm like him, Benji. Yeah. I'm like, who else?
Benji, Jose, and Yadier.
Okay, all right. There you go. Thank you.
How did you not know that, nerd?
Hello.
because it's post 2000, sir.
Yeah, Jose.
Everybody knows that.
My long-term memory is from 1900 to 1990. All right, that's why I won Card Shark today.
So that is the show we had for you tonight. Again, do not do our Patreon until October 1st. That way you can get a full month of support. Thank you so much. If you want to check us out, check out Beer Baseball on patreon.com. You can support us by buying stickers, buttons, beer coasters on our Etsy page. Here's where you can find us on social media. That costs nothing. Just go and just subscribe and support us. That actually helps out a lot. Guys, do you have anything that you wanted to promote before we sign off?
Oh, you're passing off me. You know what else is free nowadays with your cell phones? You can pick up your phone if you just need a quick laugh in your life. Pick up your phone, call area code 516-922-WINE. That's Jackie the Joke Man's hotline. It could be a little salty, the language, but as long as you're okay with that going in, I get a good laugh. I told them the jokes last week off the air, and they popped. There's some good jokes in there. Otherwise, you can see whatever I'm getting into on Instagram and Twitter at LOKNLOLL. And if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, you saw I was all over Vegas for a few days. Good, clean fun,
Yeah.
Pinball beers. Oh, yeah. I meant to say I went to Hop Nuts Brewery in Las Vegas with friends of the show, Mark and Caitlin. I asked them if they want to meet up. They actually came out. Well, and they actually was nice enough to pick me up from where I was. Took me home. Oh, that's really nice of you guys to do that. Good times. And if you're ever in Vegas, I guess there's a section called Brewery Row. And I got to go on brewery. And this is in the Arts District section. It's about a mile south of like the Fremont Street area.
Is that where the Beer Zombies is?
I don't know for sure. I didn't get to that. I got a can of from Selling Foot Beer Zombies. Great. I had and then they make like horror themed beer. So I'm all over that.
Yeah. Super cool.
Thank you guys. Jack?
So, I hate to do this. Normally, I like to be the life of the party, but I got to bring some real stuff to the show.
Uh-oh.
I mean, we're all aware that my level of celebrity, I'm a national treasure. I run in some pretty big circles. And I hate to bring a beef to the show, but Philadelphia fanatic, keep my name out your mouth. All right.
Whoa. Oh my God.
Philly fanatic, you talk about me one more time, I'll break off that green nose of yours.
Wow.
That's the last I want to hear about it. Philly fanatic, these colors don't run, okay? They don't run. Keep my name out your mouth.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to bring
so
this
many
up.
so many questions here.
Well, when you run in the circles that we run with the ultra elites, some beef's gonna happen. Philly fanatic, keep my name out your mouth. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
And I'm sorry to
You
darken
actually
the
know his
halls
name.
of the Beer Baseball blog. I'm sorry to bring this beef.
I'm glad you
on
actually
here,
know his name since you said it wrong the first time. Good job.
but he's got to know.
Wow. Is
You're right, 'cause
that our?
this is the best. This is the best mascot of all time, right here.
There you go.
The chicken. You know. There you go. The number one mascot in sports.
Hey, I love the
Oh
chicken.
yeah, that's right. Yours Bobble's mine doesn't. Yeah.
Yours is different than mine. You have a different jersey.
Good.
I love the chicken.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
the fanatic that is bringing the heat. And he's messing around and he's fixing to find out. That's all I'm saying. Fixing to find out.
Yeah. I think you might like Youppi. Because I hope they bring out. I hope they bring out.
He might be coming back.
He might be brought back.
He comes back.
Yeah, I'm hoping that
he comes back.
if they do that with the Rays, that's a whole discussion
That's
for another time.
Expo's, mascot, Jack.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yes, that's a whole discussion for
you
another
think you'll
time.
like him because he is kind of he seems to be similar vein of that mascot that Jack mentioned that I don't want to name.
He did
wanna
take
rattle
on
up.
Tommy Lasorda and confronted him. So
Classic. Well, so did the
Classic.
fanatic, though. Honestly,
All I have to
did the fanatic
say
fight him?
yes,
is if the fanatic keeps running his mouth, I'm Pedro Martinez. He is Don Zimmer in 2003. I'm putting that old man in the dirt. I'm putting the old man in the dirt.
wow.
And that's why everyone watches this show for 90 minutes.
This is
Right
this
there.
is this is the controversy we need for those like spikes.
Yeah.
I don't
Thank
wanna
you,
bring down the
everyone. Thank you, everyone. Cowboy. Thank you for all your vim and vigor. We will see you next Tuesday for another Beer Baseball Blogcast. For Kevin Lyon, Cowboy Jack Durango, I'm Michael Mondragon. We will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Good night.